array list. The array list classes extends abstract list and implements the list interface in Java. It facilitates dynamic arrays capable of expanding as required by the user. Unlike Java standard arrays, we have a fixed length of arrays, so and cannot be resized when created. But array list provide flexibility. So in Java array, so you are going to define the size. So but while adding the element in the middle or adding the element at first, adding the element at last, so that is not flexible. So instead of that, we are using a array list. They are initialized with an initial size, and if these sizes are passed, the collection automatically expands. Conversely, when elements are removed, the array list may shrink accordingly. So if you are going to delete some elements, so then the array size will be resized based upon the how many elements you have deleted, that will be shrink or resize. Here we are having a specific program. So in this program, we are going to define a class name array list. So where all the lists are imported by using a package called java.util.star, or if you know the specific package which you are using, you can able to specify array list. So now here we have created a array list object. Al is the name of the array list object, so equal to new array list. So we have created the array list object which is going to imported from the iteratable interfaces. So now by using the object, you are going to add how many number of elements you would like to add inside the array. So now you are going to add 10, 20, 30, and again you are going to add a particular name Pradeep, and you are adding the boolean object true, and here you are going to add a float 8.88.9f. So basically array is a combination of homogeneous elements, so where it can able to store only one type of data. So here you have added different types of data. So 10, 20, 30 are the integer variables, Pradeep is a string variable, and true is a boolean variable, and 88.9f is a float kind of variable. So now whatever the objects you have stored from 10 to this particular added array list, so all the al objects should be printed on the screen. So system.out.println al. So now this is the old kind of method, so which is defined in the Java. So let us see how this particular program works. So now run the program. So now it has shown all the elements inside the array 10, 20, 30, Pradeep, true, and 88.9, which is a floated object. So in this manner, you can able to use this one. So for example, if you are going to run this particular program, so in Notepad, so it has shown the result. So but it is going to show, so Java uses unchecked or unsafe operations by using a ArrayList.java recompile with the accent unchecked for details. It means it is going to show a warning, so that you need to use a certain kind of syntaxes while you are going to assign the particular variables, either integer or float or string or boolean or something. So it is going to be preferred, so in order to use a modern kind of operations. So for that purpose, here you are using the same program, so but the modification is, so here you are going to create a particular object. So now here we are going to specify the greater than and less than symbol, and we are going to specify object. So what is greater than and less than symbol? So it is used here for inference. So it is used for type inference, which means compiler infers the type based on the declaration array list object, This shorthand is introduced in Java 7 to simplify the creation of generic objects. So these kind of things are used to simplify the generic objects. So and again you have declared a new array list. So and you have specified the greater than and less than symbol followed by the constructor method. So you are allocating a new memory location for the array list, and whereas you are going to use a symbol, it implies the generics that you are using in the collection. So next you have used this particular by using a al.add 10, 20, 30 rhythm and so on. So now let us modify this particular program by using a object. So only object, and we are using the greater than and less than symbol for this particular program. So now here I am going to create a object for the particular al. So next at the end of the array list, so just we have given a greater than and less than symbol and run the file. So now the program has run successfully. So because it is the correct way of using the syntax. So next array list methods. The indexed get and set methods of the list interface are appropriate to use since array lists are backed by an array object get int index. So you can able to get an object based upon the index position. Object set index object element. So you can able to set the particular object element at a specified index. So in which position you want to add the element. Indexed add and remove are provided, but that can costly if you are using frequently. Void add int index object element. So you can able to add instead of set method, or object remove set int index. So it means so you can able to delete the element so in an array list. You may want to resize in one shot by adding many elements. So at that time, so you need to check the void ensure capacity int minimum capacity. So up to what capacity you may add, how many elements you want to add or resize, you can able to ensure the capacity. So other methods are array list. The constructor creates an empty array list with no initial capacity. So next one is array list collection. So this constructor initializes an array list with an elements of the specified collection C. The new array list will contain the same elements as the collection object C, and the capacity will be equal to the size of C. Next, array list int capacity. This constructor creates an array list with the specified initial capacity. The capacity refers to the size of the underlying array used to store the elements. As elements are added to the array list and its size exceeds the initial capacity, the capacity automatically increases to accommodate new elements. So the constructor is going to accept the capacity entered by the user. So based upon that, it can able to check how much capacity of elements you can able to accommodate the new elements. Next, void add int index and object element. This particular method inserts the specified element at the specified position in the list, throwing an index out of bound exception if the index is out of range. So here you can able to specify the object element, all the things. So basically, so if you are going to exceed the size of the array, you can able to get an exception, array outbound exception or index outbound exception. So it is going to throw when a particular exception has occurred out of the range. Next, boolean add object O. It appends the specified element to the end of the list. So next one is Boolean add all collection C. It appends all the elements from the specified collection to the end of the list. Next one is Boolean add all int index collection C. Inserts all elements from the specified collection into the list at a specified position. So next method is void clear. It removes all elements from the list. Next one is object clone. It returns a shallow copy of the array list. It means it contains a duplicate copy of a array list. Next, Boolean contains object O. It returns true if the list contains specified element. Next method is void ensure capacity int minimum capacity. It ensures that array list capacity is at least specified the minimum capacity. So it will be inserting the elements based upon the how much capacity is specified by the user. So next object get index. So next it is specified by the integer. It returns the element at the specified position in the list. Next method is int index of object O. It returns the index of the first occurrence of the specified element in the list. Last index object O. It returns the index of the last occurrence of the specified element in the list. Object remove. It removes the element at the specified position in the list. Next method is protected void remove range, which is specified from the index to the index. From which particular index from and to index is going to specify from which position to which particular position you would like to remove the elements. For example, you are going to specify 3 to 5 among the 10 number of elements inside the array list. Next, object set int index object element. It replaces the element at the specified position in which list with the specified element. So next int size, it returns the number of elements in the list. Next, object array to array. So you could able to convert the object array to the array. It returns containing all the elements in the list. Object array to array, object array A. So which returns an array containing all elements in the list with the runtime type of returned array being that of the specified array. Next, void trim to size. So you can able to trim the array to a specific size. So you can able to divide two partitions based upon the size which you are going to specify. So here you are having a program so that you are going to convert the array list. So where you are going to add the certain kind of elements. So which so the name of the programmer ALR. So now you are going to create an array list. So the array list object is AL. So you have added a three specific elements 10, 20 and 30, and again you have declared a particular boxing element. So integer array I. So now here you have declared instead of integer int you are have declared a integer array I. So equal to new integer al dot size. What is al dot size? Al is an object for the array list. So that particular size. So it can able to store the data. So now I equal to al to array of I. So it means you are going to convert the array list to the array. So which all the elements will be stored inside the I. So now we are going to create a two particular variables, sum equal to 0 and count equal to 0. It is initialized to 0. So now here we are using a enhanced for loop or for each loop. So now we are using a number and I. So I is an array and number is an identifier which you are going to loop through. So now here we are going to add sum equal to sum plus number. So initially sum equal to 0, sum plus number. So what is number? So num is an array element which you are going to loop through. First element will be added 0 plus 10. So next it will be added so 10 plus 20. Next 30 plus 30. So like that it will be added and it will count will be incremented. So finally we are going to calculate the average equal to sum divided by count. So sum, what is the sum? So final sum will be the particular element will be added. So 10, 20 and 30 will be added, divided by count. So count will be 3 times, so divided by 3, so it has to print the average. So let us see by compiling this program. So now it has shown average is 20. So it means 10, 20, 30 divided by count. So now 3 divided by, so 60 divided by 3, so which is 20. So finally, array list overview. So constant time, positional access. So one tuning parameter, the initial capacity. So where you can able to specify the particular array by using this syntaxes. So where you can able to specify the initial capacity in array list. So where you can able to use a super. Super is a keyword which is going to inherit the properties from the array list. So which you are using from the package import java.util.ArrayList. So from that particular super class it is going to define. So here you may use a syntax. So initial capacity is less than 0, so then it is going to throw an illegal argument exception. So next it is going to print the initial capacity. So next, this is an particular element which specifies the current object. So this dot element data equal to new element initial capacity. So here you are having a one more example of the array list. So here you have created a name of the program. Array list example is the name of the program, and here you have declared the object of the array list. So integer data type which we are going to represent, so it is going to accept all the data type as an integer. For example, you are not going to specify this particular integer, so it will be accepting the data pertaining to any data type. So but if you are going to declare as an integer, it means the only the integer objects will be added inside the array. So now inside the constructor, so we have specified this size 3. It means the maximum capacity is 3. So it means 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Here you have declared a array list. So array list is an object for the particular array list. So we have specified in small letters. So we are going to add 10, 20 and 30 will be added inside the array. So here at the right side we have added 10, 20 and 30. So array is going to specify from the 0th position to the second position. So n minus 1. So 0 to n minus 1. So it is we are going to print what are the elements inside the array. System.out.println array list elements. So here you are using a enhanced for loop integer element. So the element specifies the particular array you are loop through. So array list is having holding the all the elements inside the array. So element holds the index at the specified position. So now it is going to start from 0th position, 10 will be inside the element. So next 20 will be contains inside the element and 30 will be contains inside the element. So now it is going to print 10, 20 and 30. So next we are going to add some elements. So array list dot add 40. So now 40 should be added at the end of the list. So now 40 has been added. So now 40 has added at the end of the element. So now you have specified array list dot add at this second position the 50 is an element to be added. So what is the second position? 30. So 30 is inside instead of 30. So 30 will be we are not removing 30. So but 30 will be pushed to the right side. So now 30 and 40 are pushed to right side. The now the 50 is an element added in the second position. So now 50 is added to the second position. So now we are going to print the updated list elements. So now here we have used a updated list of elements by using a enhanced for loop. For integer element, the same syntax which we have used in the previous for loop, the same syntax we are using. We are going to print each and every element inside the array. So element we are going to print. So finally we are going to print the array list dot get class. So what is the particular class elements we are having, that one. For example, if you want to clone an array, so at that time you are going to enter at the end of the list. So integer at the end of the list, instead of method we are using a object al. So al dot clone. So what is al? So al is an array list element, so which we are using. By using that one, al dot clone, we are going to add. So now let us compile this particular program. So now it has shown the all the elements inside the array 10, 20, 30. Now it has shown updated array list elements 10, 20, 30, 40. So now it has shown the array list dot get class. So which particular package you have used, java dot util dot array list. So that particular class it has retrieved. So for example, if you want to get the element by the array clone, so which we have used here, so array list integer b. So now al dot clone. So by using the object, we want to print the clone of the array. So now what we are going to use is, so we are going to print the particular elements in the array. So the name of the array is this one. So at the end of the particular program, so what I am going to use is array list b equal to new array list al. So what is here, array list dot clone. So we are going to create the clone of the array list. Array list dot clone. So now what we are going to retrieve the element. So we would like to retrieve the elements inside the array list. So instead of array list, we are going to print the clone items. So we are using a b. So b. So whatever the element inside the b should be printed. Cloned elements plus element. So now rerun the program. So now it has shown cloned elements. So 10, 20 and 30. So if you are going to give the colon, so rerun the program. So at the end, it has shown 10, 20, 30 and 40 are the elements which are cloned. It means it has created a duplicate copy of the elements by using a array list dot clone. So where array list is an object for the particular array, first we have created, it has updated all the elements. So but now it has shown the elements which are cloned. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.